Hello, good morning. Hi.
Hi. Hello.
Good to finally see you. How are you doing?
Good morning. How are you? I'm good, thank you.
Good, Ayebea. I'm so good. And it's first of all, congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You made us all so proud, and we're
Thank
also
you.
proud of you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank
All
you for
right.
having me
So
as
I
well.
want to know, how did this all start for you?
As in the show, like as in when did I start? Okay, so it was COVID, and I was just at home, and I had just been doing set design at TV3. So everybody had to go home. And whilst I was at home, they were showing a lot of stuff on TV that I finally had a chance to sit down and watch. And I saw a South African reality show that was really well produced, and I was just like, we don't have that over here. So let me see if I can maybe mobilize a team and try and see how it goes. And that was just it. It was just me wanting to try and fill a gap in the Ghanaian entertainment sector. And here I am.
All right. So GH Queens, right?
Yes.
Casting. Tell me about
Yeah.
that.
Casting, we did it like science. We sat down, my whole team and I, for maybe like 2 months and shortlisted everybody who is doing what is popping in entertainment these days, what was popping before, what stories do people want to hear. Um, and then we had to make calls. Some people said yes, some people said no. So it's like a whole screening process, maybe like 4 rounds until we got our final cast.
All
But
right, and then you began, and the rest is history. Tell us about the awards. I know a lot of big names came up there. Did you
yeah.
think you were going to win?
I didn't, and everybody has been asking me that. Let me tell you something. I was going just to go. Like, I was going
But
because I
you
was just
submitted
happy.
it anyway. You
I
submitted
submitted the
it.
nomination and I was going because I was happy to be known. I had taken the nomination as a win
Okay.
already. So I was going, I had dressed not nothing crazy, because there were some crazy outfits there. I was just like, let me not go and overdress and lose. So
Yeah.
I just wore something cute and then I went. When they called my name, I was so ready to I was so ready to not win that when they called my name, I didn't hear it. Until my assistant started screaming next to me, and I was like, "Wow, I think it's me. Let me just go." When I got it, my team was so happy. My
Your,
parents were
your,
so
your
happy.
reaction was
Yeah,
priceless.
yeah. I was just yeah.
For a minute, you were wondering whether it's actually real for
N-
everything that was going on there. But
I was just
congratulations, you won.
yeah.
What next
Thank
for
you.
you? What next for you?
So I actually have been in the process of developing an app, a mobile app that allows it's for Ghana, but it allows you to book creative staff, equipment, and spaces, cashless and get paid. So it's allowing young people to take advantage and take control of their financial freedom with their own employment. So that's what I'm doing. I've been doing it alongside GH Queens. So that comes out like in a month or so. But season 3 for GH Queens is loading. So I'm hoping by the end, I mean, by the beginning of next year, we should kick off fully,
Are you
God willing.
maintaining the cast or you're expanding?
We are expanding, we are changing, we are swapping some people out. But I do that every season. So, I mean, I just like to give other people a chance to get to tell their stories. And um, I like to give the chance to see other storylines progress. So I'm not changing everybody, but there's going to be a few swap outs and then an expansion.
Okay, so this is an idea that came to you.
Hmm.
You didn't just make it just an idea. You didn't throw it in the basket. You decided to move forward with it. You got a crew together and all of that.
Yeah.
Talk to us about some of the challenges, real challenges that you face trying to put this whole idea together, and especially as a female in this space.
Ah, great question. My biggest hurdle, personally, I believe, was finance financing because it's a very very big project and the quality directly correlates with the amount of money that you put into it.
Yeah.
And usually in other countries like South Africa and Nigeria, they have private sector companies that are interested and willing um, to fund such projects because they believe in the entertainment sector over there. But over here it's a little bit different. I want to actually thank my sponsors, Orca Deco and Belacqua, because they really came through too. And then Malcolm, three companies. We asked tens, like over 20 people for financing, and we didn't get the response that we wanted. So my biggest hurdle for me was approaching the private sector for financing. I feel like if that was a bit more open, especially here, there would be more creative projects running, like a bank sponsoring a TV show, or you know what I'm saying, like more public sector, private sector interest, and public sector as well. But
Yeah.
yeah. And as a female, sorry, as a female, it was difficult for me to maintain um, discipline amongst my people and still carry respect. Because my season one team was full of men who were older than me. So I really had to, you know, there was a line between like disrespect and it was a lot. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
because I'm a female, it's certain things are seen as disrespectful. But I think if I was a man, they may not have thought so. But my second season team was mixed male and female. We had a lot of understanding. We were all similar in age. So it went a lot smoother the second time around. And it shows.
All right. So right now, you've told us all the challenges and the hurdles you had to overcome to get where you are today. We are all feeling proud. But for those who didn't come on board, you have something to tell them, especially the private people who seemingly rejected the whole idea of sponsoring such a venture.
Um, what I will say is we all look at other countries, as much as we don't want to admit it, we all look at other countries, we look at Nigeria and we see how far they've gone. So my thing is to them that the only way we can ever get to that level is if certain things are seen as important. If entertainment is valued financially, if they feel like it's good for the country, and they should value it in terms of allowing us as Ghanaians to be able to stand in a room full of Nigerians and South Africans and be like, yeah, and Kenyans. Kenya is also doing crazy things, and say that yes, we also produce, because we used to have an amazing music industry. I used to have an amazing movie industry, but it feels like it's gone a bit stale. So I feel like if they open up their arms a little bit more, I think we'd have a better chance.
There are so many females aspiring movie makers, as they have great idea, not just in movie, some in music, education, IT, and all of that. Your story has inspired so many people. Like, you have no idea how many young people now. It's all over social media. People comment. Have you read the comments? You know, people are
I
really inspired by you. Apart from what's going on social media, people want to hear from you.
really,
What words of inspiration do you have for these young, especially the women, everyone? But you know, for the women, it's a little bit tougher
yeah, it's
than
tougher.
the men.
It's a
So,
bit
what
tougher. It
words
is.
of encouragement or inspiration do you have for such young, up and coming movie makers?
I would say that please try your hardest, and I know that it's really hard because the way things are right now. But please try your hardest not to let people's opinions of what you're doing shrink your ideas. Because that is the number one killer of dreams. Like, you have an idea, you think it's too. Like when I had my original idea for GHP, the number of times I was told, what are you doing? Nobody's gonna watch it. In Ghana, this is low budget. Oh, this is I've been told so many things. So like to hear that people are really inspired by me is shocking. But it's really heartwarming because at first I was just fighting everybody. Like, no, I promise, So just stick to your idea, and I promise it will work eventually because no idea is born out of nothing. So you just keep pushing your idea. I promise it makes sense. If it makes sense to you, it makes sense. So
If it makes sense to you, it
it
makes
makes sense
sense.
to you, it makes
That's a
sense.
statement. I think you should just go and add it to everything that's going on social media.
I
Okay.
should.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate your company so much, and once again, congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Right. All right, so we've been talking with Ayebea BZ Darko, a local movie maker who just won a beautiful award, the Multi-Choice Award for movies and films and documentaries and all of that. And among all